Hi, I'm Tony Giordano. I work for Walt Disney Entertainment, mostly at Disney theme parks, but I am here on the Disney Dream bringing wonderful programming to the kids here on the ship.
So let's talk about the history that Avalanche Studios, the video game developer, actually has with Disney Cruise Lines.
So back in 2008, I was brought into a project called The Challenge of Davy Jones. And it was a video game that actually picked up the movements of the guests before Connect. So we had this program, we're like, hey, let's make a video game for pirates. It was 3 rounds. It was a rowboat round with Jack Sparrow and Barbossa, and you collected coins without getting hit by cannonballs. And then there was, the ship was rocking and you had to stay on the ship without falling off. And then in the end, whoever won took on Davy Jones in like this volleyball pong type game. So I got to work with the Avalanche guys and develop that program here on the ships. We did it on the Wonder and the Magic. And what was great was we used the likenesses off the toys that were sold on the ship. So you could actually play the game, then go buy the toys. A year later, they're making Toy Story 3 game, and there's a game called the Toy Box. And now they have Disney Infinity. So I got to work with the guys before they became super famous with this Infinity product.
Now let's talk about how you worked with those guys again here for this ship.
So it came back in full circle. I now got to create a video game called the Disney Infinity Challenge, where we took elements from Infinity and the kids are using their body to move the characters. And this is technology-wise way more advanced than anything we did in '08. But to be able to create the worlds and get the actual elements from the games to make this experience that's exclusive to the ship, that was amazing. To be able to be a part of a video game is incredible.
Can you talk specifically about the exclusive experiences in Disney Infinity?
Yeah. So like I said, there's Disney Infinity Challenge that's exclusive to the ship. It was built and designed just for the Dream. It has the 5 characters, Olaf, Sam Flynn, Maleficent, Joy, and Donald Duck. And they play 3 different games. They play the race game that goes through like a Fantasyland type environment. They play the Tron game, which goes through the grid. And there's also an Agrabah game where they shoot targets. One thing that I really wanted to focus on was having the kids work together to get a high score instead of competing with one another. So there's still that competition, but the kids, instead of fighting each other, are working together. So I was really excited about doing that. And then there's also a lot of Infinity exclusive content that comes with the Oceaneer bands. That when the kids check in, we have Oceaneer bands to let them know that they're in the room and we can keep track of them. But when they go home, if they take the band home with them, they get a Port Canaveral in their toy box. They get the Dream in their toy box. They also get townspeople of the Disney characters in their ship looks. And we also have a Disney Dream car that they can race with.
What are your thoughts about how video games influence what you guys do now when it comes to ships and parks and overall?
I will say in all the kids' spaces, video games are always popular, but they can do that at home. So the idea of giving them something they can't do at home as well as something they're familiar with is a really big focus. So taking Infinity, but then adding that exclusive content and taking the game and making it where they can stand up and play it. We also have programs where they build a racetrack with actual racetrack pieces and race the cars. So you can build it in your toy box, but now you can build it for real. And that one is fantastic to watch. And then seeing the adults come in during open house, they're the kids again. So seeing the adults be kids again is a huge win for us. So it's been a lot of fun.
What has Connect technology opened up for you guys to be able to put these kids in the actual video game and have that pod that's recreated in real life?
I think Connect has been able to allow more immersive gameplay so that the kids can become the characters. Now, obviously, it's not specific to anything we do, but to use it as a tool has been very advantageous, like for the Become Iron Man experience on the Disney Magic and at Disneyland, and then upping the ante with the Disney Infinity Challenge.
How big a gamer are you?
So I own a lot of games, but I never have time to play them. I have almost every Disney Infinity character, and I usually use Boba Fett and Captain America and Thor. So one day, when my child's older, we'll dust off the old 1.0 and we'll play it together.
Well, there's always something new with Disney Infinity, so
Yes.
that's something that you guys will continue to add to your collection here on the ship as it goes forward.
Yes, much to my wife's dismay, I will continue to collect and build on my collection.